Sophomore, wearing number 3, Braden Ozohonish. Senior, wearing number 23, Braden Hull. Junior, wearing number 5, Parker Amos. Senior, wearing number 0, Jason Zelli. And now, let's bring out your Avella Eagles. Head coach Mike Mason, assisted by Ivan Ullum and Captain Painter. He's a junior, wearing number 55, Cam Ullum. Senior, wearing number 23, Rylan Bell. Senior, wearing number 10, Nate Celia. Senior, wearing number 1, Bryce Wright. And a senior, wearing number 13, Brandon Fuller. Good luck to both teams in this evening's contest.
Welcome into the Avella Area High School for tonight's Whippeal basketball contest between your Avella Eagles and the Beth Center Bulldogs here. A non-conference game tonight for the Eagles as they represent the Class A, Section 1 Class A of the WPIAL, while Beth Center comes in representing Section 3 of 2A. As we're about to get underway here, starts for the Eagles, Bryce Wright, Nate Celia, Braden Fuller, Rylan Bell, Cam Ullum. And on the Beth Center side of things is Jason Zeli, Braden Ozohonish, Tyler Kowalski, as Beth Center wins the tip-off here. Braden Hall also in, and he's going to take a 3. It's no good, knocked out of bounds by the Eagles, or knocked out of bounds by the Bulldogs. So Avella will take here early. Chase Maseko, Cam Jeffers here with you tonight as the Eagles begin to set up their offense. Braden Fuller with a right corner 3, off the rim and no good. Rebounded there by Zeli. 7:30 here in the first quarter of play. Still a scoreless tie. Zeli, right wing 3 is no good. Rebounded there and up and in from Parker Amos. It's the first points of the game. It's 2-0 Beth Center.
Yeah, the Bulldogs, even though that 3 didn't go in, able to turn it into some offense.
Braden Fuller setting up the offense for the Eagles. Gets it to Celia at the top of the key. Pass inside to Ullum, over to right, back to Fuller, top of the key. Celia. Celia drives, looks for a layup, no good. Rebounded there by Beth Center. Zeli takes it top of the key for Beth Center, over to Ozohonish. Ozohonish drives in, looks for a layup. It's no good. Tipped and rebounded there by the Eagles. Going quickly down the court. Inside pass to Rylan Bell. He's got it. And Rylan Bell picks up the first points of the game for Avella, and it's 2-2.
It's a great pass by Fuller. He actually leads the team in assists.
Quick work here for Beth Center. Pass inside goes to Amos. Blocked there by Rylan Bell. Eagles work quickly in transition. Celia with an errant pass to right, and that ball goes out of bounds with 6:17 on the clock. In a 2-2 ball game, Beth Center takes over. Zeli to Ozohonish, over to Hull. Hull takes it across the timeline, and back to Zeli. Ozohonish with a corner 3. It's off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Bell. 6 minutes on the clock here in the first quarter of this non-conference game between Avella and Beth Center. Braden Fuller breaks the timeline for the Eagles. A 3-2 zone for Beth Center. Bryce Wright with the ball in the corner. Gets it over to Celia. Top of the key to Fuller. Avella methodically setting up their offense here. 5:35 on the clock, 2-2. Score is tied. Fuller pulls up right wing 3. He's got it. Braden Fuller picks up his first 3 points of the game on his birthday, and it's 5-2. Best Center breaks the press. Hull gets it over to Ozahanish. Dishes inside to Amos, and Amos is up to 4 points. Parker Amos, a 6'3 junior, has all 4 of the game's points for Best Center. Fuller picks up his dribble, looks for a pass, gets it to Bryce Wright, and he's going to drive inside for an easy 2 points. Bryce Wright picks up his first 2 points of the game. 4:45 on the clock, 7-4. Avella leads Best Center. Ozahanish pulls up for 3. It's in and out of the basket and no good. Rebounded there by Best Center. Kowalski, and it's going to be a travel call, and it's going to go the way of Avella. They're actually going to get the 30-second timeout. It's going to be the first timeout.
Yeah, so far it looks like for Beth Center they've had a willingness to shoot threes. That's like already their 4th or 5th three they've shot so far today.
Yeah, the Eagles have been willing to give Beth Center the space to shoot. None of the threes have fell so far for Beth Center. 1 3 on the Eagles side here, just almost 4 minutes into this game. Avella with a lead.
Yeah, but one thing to look out for the Eagles, one of those threes was easily rebounded by one of their teammates, and they got the putback, so that's something you want to be careful of.
So head coach Scott Bauer for the Best Center Bulldogs able to get the 30-second timeout off in time. So Best Center will keep the possession, and they'll get the inbound play working. Ozahanish dribbles top of the key, goes around the screen, takes a step inside, gets it to Amos, and it's tipped out of bounds off of Amos, and it's Avella Eagles basketball. 4:23 on the clock, 7-4. Avella leads, as Nate Celia will be the one to take it up for the Eagles. Wright gets it to Bell at the top of the key. Bell inside to Fuller from the foul line. He pulls up his dribble, gets it back to Bell, top of the key, 3. He's got it. Rylan Bell picks up the second Eagles 3 of the game, and it's 10-4 here. 4 minutes left to play in the first.
Rylan Bell has shot a few threes so far this year. That is the first one he's made this season.
We're going to have a foul on the floor, 3:56 on the clock. And that one's going to go on Rylan Bell, so right after he hits the 3, he's going to pick up the first foul of the game. Hull with a left wing 3. It's off the rim and no good. Rebounded there by Beth Center. And there he is. Jason Zeli picks up his first 2 points of the game. He's a 1,000-point scorer, and it's the first time we say his name in the score column tonight. Braden Fuller with a left corner 3. Bounces a couple times, but no good. Rebounded by Amos. 10-6 here. Avella leads, 3:30 on the clock. As Ozahanish looks for a pass inside. That's tipped off of Braden Hall's hands. It'll go Avella's way.
One thing the Eagles need to be careful of, today their head coach is currently out with an illness, so they're being led by their assistant coaches today.
Bryce Wright has it on the left wing. Over to Bell, back to Wright. Top of the key, Fuller. 3:10 on the clock here, no shot clock in Whipple basketball. And it's going to be an over-the-back call on Tyler Kowalski, the 6'4 senior, with 3:05.
I actually believe they recently changed to where there's going to be a shot clock within a few years, not until these players are all long gone.
3 minutes on the clock. Kowalski picks up the first foul. A nice inbound pass from Fuller to Ullum, and Cam Ullum's on the board. And it's 12-6 Eagles. Some nice defense here by Avella, able to get the trap play set up. Ozahanish has it in the left corner. Trapped. And steal there by Fuller, and he gets it up to Wright. Wright spins and converts on the layup. Bryce Wright up the 4.
Avella's press defense is built on those trap plays. That's what they want every time.
Best Center able to break the press. Foul's going to go on Rylan Bell. It's going to be his second. So Tyler Kowalski is going to head to the line, shooting the first foul shots of the game. you mentioned, Coach Mike Masick out with an illness tonight. Assistant coach Kevin Painter resuming that role today. First shot by Kowalski is good.
Yep. Other assistant coaches for the Eagles are Ivan Olem and Brandon Miller, all lending in to help a hand for today's game.
So Cody Day is going to check in for the Eagles as Rylan Bell sits after picking up 2 early fouls.
It was an eventful first quarter for Bell.
Kowalski picks up the second shot as well, and it's 14-8. Eagles working quickly down the court. Fuller's going to drive inside, and it's going to be a turnover. Working quickly up the court, Ozahanish. Cilia on the defense. Pass gets over to Hull. Hull gets fouled, and that's going to go on Cody Day. So 3 quick fouls by the Eagles. 2:18 on the clock. Avella leads 14-8. Braden Hall comes to the line. He's going to sink his first. As best center, 3 for 3 on the free throws so far tonight. Hall's a 6-foot senior. And his second shot good as well. Beth center, 4 of 4 from the line so far. 2:15 on the clock here, 14-10. Avella leads. Braden Fuller with it on the right wing side. Over to Olem. Olem pass inside to Wright. Wright pulls up with a jumper, and it's off the front and back of the rim and rebounded there by Beth Center. Zeli quickly to Ozahanish. Left wing 3. He's got it. Nothing but net for Braden Ozahanish. And it's his first 3 of the game. 14-13. Avella leads by 1. Fuller corner 3 off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Beth Center. 1:36 on the clock. Zeli to Ozahanish again. Fuller with defense. Ozahanish drives inside, pulls up his dribble with a spinning fadeaway jumper. It's no good. Rebounded there by Cam Olem. Nate Celia over to Fuller. Fuller takes it to the top of the key, setting up the offense for the Eagles. He gets it to Celia. Back to Fuller, over to Wright. Wright with a right corner 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Beth Center. 1 minute on the clock here in the first quarter. Avella still leads by 1. Braden Hull pulls up from 3. He's got it. Braden Hull up to 5 points for Beth Center.
It'll be the second 3 in a row made for Beth Center after missing on their first few.
So Braden Hull leads Beth Center in points so far, as the Eagles try to close out on one last possession. Pass goes to Fuller underneath. Back out to Wright. To Nate Celia, top of the key 3. And he's got it. Nate Celia puts the Eagles back in the lead with his first points of the contest. It's 17-16. Ozahanish with another 3-point attempt. He hits another one. Braden Ozahanish picks up his second 3 of the game. And 10 seconds left in the quarter. 19-17, the Bulldogs lead the Eagles. Bryce Wright gets it over to Fuller. 3 seconds on the clock. His shot is off the rim and no good. And the buzzer sounds, and after 1 quarter of play, Beth Center comes back, takes the lead. It's 19-17. The Bulldogs lead the Eagles as Braden Ozahanish hits 2 clutch 3s, along with Braden Hall adding another 3 to get the Bulldogs right back in the game. On the Avella side, they're led by Rylan Bell with 5 points, but he does have 2 fouls, so he's out of the game now. 3-pointers made by Celia, Fuller, and Bell. Bryce Wright with 4 points as well.
By the looks of it, the Eagles are checking in Braden Davis, making his first appearance in this game. He's the kind of guy he can play both post and guard. He's a very versatile.
Well, up on the board, it popped up that Cody Day received his second foul of the game. Not exactly sure what that was, but I can imagine that Braden Davis would be checking in for him after Rylan Bell already has 2 fouls. So you got to keep your big men in this game. We're just 1 quarter of the way through. Yeah. So Eagles in some early foul trouble.
Yeah, thankfully the Eagles do have some good post depth. beyond Rylan Bell and Cody Day, they obviously have Cameron Olam, a starter. Braden Davis can play some post, along with Cody Clegg, who hasn't checked in but may make an appearance in this game.
So it's Braden Davis in for the Eagles. Beth Center runs out the same 5 that they had for all of the first.
It looks like Davis will be down in a post position right now. Actually playing in the high post.
Fuller and Celia over to Davis. Eagles trying to find an answer to this 3-2 zone. Back to Celia, top of the key. Dribbles once, gets it over to Braden Davis with a corner 3. He's got it. Braden Davis hits a 3, and the Eagles are back in the lead as the teams trade the lead here in the early going.
Yeah, despite playing post, Braden Davis is actually 3rd on the team in three-point percentage. Recently against Mapletown, he hit multiple 3s in a game, and it's one of his best aspects.
A turnover there by Beth Center, and Avella has another chance to increase their lead. Pass goes to the corner for Wright, back over to Fuller. And they cycle all the way back to Davis again, and it's off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Wright. Over to Fuller. He takes a dribble inside, takes it back to the right wing. 1 minute into this quarter. Nate Celia with a deep 3. That's off the rim and no good. Rebounded there by Koralski. Zeli takes it for the Eagles, gets it over Ozahanish. His 3 is off the rim and no good. Rebounded there by Bryce Wright. 20-19, the Eagles lead here. Wright pulls up with a nice layup. Bryce Wright faked the pass while he's in midair and able to convert. He's up to 6. 6:35 on the clock, 22-19. Avella leads. Ozahanish gets it to the corner, and that's going to be a 3-point for Parker Amos. He hits another shot, and he's up to 7 points with his first 3 of the game. And we're all tied up at 22 apiece. Davis to Wright to Celia. Fuller inside to Olam. He's going to get fouled by Parker Amos. And Parker Amos picks up his first foul of the game.
So far, the Bulldogs have been doing what the Eagles actually want to be doing, which is making some 3s here. Because Beth Center playing a 3-2, they're trying to take away stuff in the paint. They're almost asking the Eagles to shoot 3s.
Nate Celia with the close corner 3. He's got it.
It looks like the Eagles responded.
And Nate Celia picks up his second 3 of the game, up to 6 points now. Under 6 minutes to play here in the first half, 25-22. Eagles lead the Bulldogs. Braden Hall trapped there by 2 Eagles defender. He gets a nice pass there. That's going to be from Tyler Kowalski, and it's 25-24. Cam Ullum with a nice layup there on the inside pass, and it's going to be a timeout there for Avella. 5:32 on the clock. They lead 27-24.
It was an excellent pass by Celia. He's actually 2nd on the team in assists, and we were able to see some of why that is right there.
So coming into this quarter, Avella trailed by 1 after leading for much of the quarter, able to bounce back here 2.5 minutes into the second with some nice 3-point shooting. 1 made from Nate Celia, 1 made from Braden Davis, 2 seniors on this team. And then on the Beth Center side of things, it's been more of Braden Hall, more Parker Amos. This has been a high-scoring game so far. Both of these teams making a large portion of their shots, and you can tell on the scoreboard with it being a 27-24 game.
Yeah, these are clearly both two competitive teams. Beth Center being 4th in their conference, the Eagles being 3rd. Both of them, even though this is non-conference, still have a lot of fight in them.
Yeah, Avella searching for a playoff spot. The top 4 teams from each of the sections in single A make playoffs, so they're prime in the hunt. A shot there by Zeli, rebounded by Amos, and Amos puts it back for 2. Parker Amos up to 9 points. 5:12 on the clock. Celia setting up the offense for the Eagles. Gets it over to Wright. Wright back to Celia. Cycle pass inside to Ullum. He gets fouled and 1. Cam Ullum will head to the line as he picks up his 4th points with a chance to add a 5th here. Avella leads 29-26 with just a tick under 5 on the clock.
One of the way these Eagles are attacking the 3-2 of Beth Center is by splitting their point guards, so they have instead of one in the middle, they've got two on each, or one on each side.
Ullum's free throw is money, and he's going to get subbed out of the game for Rylan Bell. So Avella leads by 4 with just under 5 minutes to play.
Anyway, that way they're able to avoid the guy in the middle and try to make some more offense.
Jason Zeli, we've only called his name once on the score sheet, takes it up for the Bulldogs. Gets it over to Ozahanish. Ozahanish drives inside, gets fouled, and that one's, I believe, going to go on Braden Davis.
As for Zeli, even though we've only called his name once for the scoring, he's been very active in this game. He's not been invisible, had some assists. He's been making his name known.
The Avella press has been making him work. It hasn't been easy for Zeli, as Ozahanish is going to hit his first free throw of the contest as he goes up to 7. But Avella doing a great job of shutting down the 1,000-point scorer early in this game, as both free throws hit for Ozahanish, and the Eagles set up their offense. Fuller to Davis. Back to Fuller. All the way to the corner for Wright. Wright's 3-pointers off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Amos. Going quickly, he gets it up to Braden Hull, and that shot's no good. Rebounded there by Rylan Bell. 4:20 on the clock. Nate Celia. All the way to the corner. Braden Davis, a 3. He's got it again. Braden Davis hits his second 3 of the game, and the Eagles lead by 5 here with 4 minutes left in the half. Zeli driving in. He's going to take it himself off the rim. No good. Rebounded Hull. Putback's no good. And Beth Center gets it again and gets fouled. Jason Zeli Jr. gets fouled again. That one's going to go on Rylan Bell again. Up to 3 fouls here in the first half. And you're going to see Cam Ullum make his way to the scorer's table to get ready to check back into this one. Zeli from the line averages just over 14 points a game this season. He's only at 2, and he's going to miss his first.
Yeah, Bell's coming back out. Cameron Ullum checks in. Thankfully, Cameron Ullum yet to have his first foul of the game.
Zeli 0 for 1 now from the line. And he makes the second, so he's up to 3 points tonight. And the Eagles lead by 4, under 4 minutes to play. Bryce Wright to Fuller. Eagles continuing to cycle these passes around. Braden Davis to Cam Ullum. Ullum's going to drive inside, and he powers all the way to the hoop with a nice layup. Cam Ullum is up to 7 points. Zeli over to Ozahanish. Pulls up his dribble. Stolen by Braden Fuller. Fuller going quickly. He works it to Celia, and Celia with the one-handed layup, and the Eagles lead by 8. Amos drives inside, blocked by Celia. He gets it himself, and the tip is going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Best Center ball, as Amos was able to throw it off of Cam Ullum's foot, so they'll keep possession here with 3:05 left to go in the second quarter of play.
Yeah, it was a good block by Nate Celia, but not much that could be done there.
Ozahanish to Kowalski, over to Zeli. Zeli drives inside, and it's going to be a charge as Jason Zeli picks up the charge, and that's going to go Eagles' way. It's Zeli's first foul, team third here in the quarter. So under 3 minutes to play. Eagles lead by 8. Pass inside to Day. Day dribbles once, pulls up a jumper off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Kowalski. Ozahanish takes it across the timeline, takes it to the left wing. He gets around Fuller, looks for a pass, and it's stolen by Wright. Wright trying to take it coast to coast, gets it to Fuller. Fuller swings a pass back out to Ullum. Ullum with the jumper. Off the backboard, no good. Rebounded there by Avella. Braden Fuller, left wing 3, off the rim, no good. Rebounded once again by the Eagles, but stolen there by Tyler Kowalski, the senior.
Pretty good offensive rebounding by the Eagles. Sadly, nothing made it in.
Braden Hull drives inside, looks for a pass, gets it to Ozahanish, and Braden Ozahanish is up to 11 points. 3 threes made here in the first half for him. So under 2 minutes to play now here in Avella. Eagles lead by 5 over the Beth Center Bulldogs. Eagles running the same offense we've seen all night. Fuller on the right wing side, defended by Zeli. Pulls up his dribble, gets it over to Wright. Wright takes a dribble, tries to lob a shot up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Korowski. Zeli breaks the timeline to Ozahanish. Ozahanish left wing 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded there by Cam Ullum. 1:20 to play. Avella leads 37-32. Wright thinks about the shot. Decides to pass it back out to Fuller. Fuller pass inside to Wright, and Wright has an easy layup. Doesn't get much easier than that. The nice pass by Fuller sets it up, and Wright's up to 8 points here, and Avella back up to a 7-point lead.
That's why Fuller leads the team in assists here for the Eagles.
Zeli pulls up right wing 3. He's got it. Jason Zeli Jr., he's up to 6 points. Maybe starting to heat up a little bit here as the first half winds down. 45 seconds on the clock as the Eagles set up potentially the final possession of the quarter, final possession of the half. Everybody just taking a breather here. 30 seconds on the clock. As both teams setting up what they want this final possession to look like. 15 seconds on the clock now. Heard Coach Kevin Painter say go at 12. So the Eagles finally going to start to move. Gets it to the corner for Davis. Gets blocked by Korowski. And Zeli gets it, tries a cross-court pass to Ozahanish, and he gets it inside to Hull. And Beth Center able to take that last second points away into the halftime locker room. And after one half of play, it's 39 for Avella, 37 for Beth Center. As the Eagles waited almost 40 seconds to try to set up their last play of the half, it gets stolen after a block by Korowski, and Beth Center able to claw within 2 to end the second quarter.
Yeah, really not how you wanted to end the quarter. The Eagles have spent most of this time winning, but by how much has changed a lot. They've had a lead as great as 7, I think, but now it's been cut down to 2, and that's kind of been the story. They'll get up, and then Beth Center will make some timely threes, get back into the game.
Leading scorers for Beth Center, it's Braden Ozahanish, the 5'10 senior. He's at 11 points. Parker Amos, the junior, he's at 9 points. Braden Hall at 7. On the Eagles side of things, you got 8 points for Nate Celia, 8 points for Bryce Wright, 7 points for Cam Ullum. And all of that amounts to 39-37 after one half of play. We're going to take a break here from Avella, Pennsylvania. Your score, 39-37 Eagles.
You deserve a bank that lifts up your business, that shares your spirits and your taste for success. At Washington Financial, we pride ourselves on crafting solutions that are as one-of-a-kind as your business is. Go with the bank that gets you. Washington Financial Bank.
The Alex E. Paris Contracting Company, Incorporated, has had a wealth of success that began in 1928 in areas ranging from road construction to coal mining to underground utilities, industrial services, and heavy construction. And in today's ever-expanding energy services industry, the company provides site development, foundations, buildings, undergrounds, process piping, installation, and construction management. The future is bright for the company under the guidance of Alex E. Paris, CEO, and Timothy A. Paris, Vice President of Operations. One constant during the operation of the Alex E. Paris Contracting Corporation has been the company's commitment to hiring a professional, dedicated workforce. With today's continually evolving construction and energy climate, the company is dedicated to providing competitive wages and benefits and on enhancing employee skills through continual training and professional development. And whether working locally, regionally, or nationally, skilled workers are needed in a variety of areas. Join us and help to continue the rich tradition associated with Alex E. Paris Contracting Incorporated.
72821. Very right. Congratulations.
Welcome back into Avella, Pennsylvania for tonight's WPIAL basketball contest between your Avella Eagles and the Beth Center Bulldogs. A non-conference game tonight, but still of utmost importance. Avella sits at 4-2 in their conference, 12-4 overall, the best overall record out of Class 1A Section 1. Over on the Beth Center side of things, 6-5 in the conference, 10-8 overall. Avella leads by 2 as we get back underway. Amos looks for a pass stolen there by the Eagles. Bryce Wright, freshly scoring 1,000 points last week versus Mapletown, gets it to Celia for 3, no good. Rebounded there by Fuller. Fuller gets it back to Wright. Wright pulls up, and he drives in himself, and Bryce Wright with a nice one-handed layup to go up to 10 points.
One thing to be aware of if you're the Eagles, Braden Ozahovich has been he's often tried to jump passes, so the Eagles need to be careful of that.
Jason Zeli Jr. gets it over to Korowski. Korowski drives inside with a strong finish and picks up 2 points of his own. He's up to 4. 7:10 left to go in the quarter, 41-39. The Eagles lead the Bulldogs. A jumper by Cody Day gets blocked by Beth Center, and Beth Center will start going the other direction. Braden Ozahovich was the big scorer in the first half, 11 points for him. He made 3 threes in the first half of play. He drives inside, almost loses control of the ball, gets a pass over to Braden Hull, another one of the top scorers. He had 9. Zeli gets it back to Ozahovich. Ozahovich pass inside. Korowski, back-to-back baskets for him, and he's up to 6.
We're all tied up now, too.
41-41, under 6.5 to play in the quarter. Avella has continued this slow, methodical offense all night. Swing passes back and forth, and it's a Braden Fuller 3 off the rim, no good. Rebounded Ozahovich. Multiple possessions end up empty for the Eagles as Bethany continues to drive forward here. Ozahovich out to Hull, gets fouled in the process. And that foul is going to go on Braden Fuller. It's going to be his first, team first of the quarter.
Yeah, there's a bit of difference in the offense between the two teams. The Eagles like to work the ball around to find someone open, where the Bulldogs kind of like to just shoot a 3 when they get the chance.
Ozahovich doing most of the work here for Beth Center. Gets it over to Korowski. Korowski's shot goes up, gets tipped by Celia, but goes in the basket nonetheless, and Beth Center has the lead now, 43-41.
So far, both methods have been working out pretty well for each offense.
So Fuller setting up the offense now for the Eagles. Gets it to the right wing before he passes it off to Wright. Pass inside to Celia. Celia drives inside, gets called for a travel, and that goes Beth Center's way. So 3 possessions in a row end up empty for the Eagles as Beth Center has come out with 6 points here in the early goings. Amos, left wing 3, off the rim, no good. Rebounded there by Fuller. Fuller working the pace a little bit, pulls up his dribble, gets a pass inside to Cody Day. Day to the corner for Wright, back over to Fuller on the wing. Pass to the block for Ullum. Ullum spinning layups, no good. And under 5 minutes to play, Beth Center leads Avella 43-41. Korowski throws a pass up, but it's stolen there by Fuller. Eagles working quickly down the court. Fuller is going to get fouled by Zeli, and Jason Zeli picks up his second foul of the game. And it's going to be the first foul of the quarter for Beth Center. And Braden Davis will check into the game for the Eagles. Cody Day will be the one that check out. Inbound play here for the Eagles. Fuller gets a pass into Ullum, and it's off the rim and no good. Rebounded there by Amos. Parker Amos, the 6'3 junior, takes the ball across the timeline for Beth Center, gets it over to Zeli. Zeli drives inside. Shot is too hot off the backboard, and Nate Celia wants to go quick. Gets it to Fuller, blocked, and that's Parker Amos with the block. Eagles scoreless now for almost 3.5 minutes. Pass inside to Hull, walk before, and with 4:05, it's Beth Center 43, Eagles 41, and Avella with a chance to battle back into this one.
Yeah, defensively, the Eagles haven't looked bad, but they got to get some offense going. Came into this half leading, now they're losing.
Just 2 points in this half for Avella. Braden Davis over to Fuller. Pass inside to Ullum, stolen by Zeli, and then tipped out of bounds by Ullum. So it's going to go Beth Center's way. 3:45 on the clock.
Yeah, with the Bulldogs playing a zone defense, they do a lot more crowding in the middle, so a lot of those passes where the Eagles try to look inside, it just doesn't work out like it does when you're playing man.
Zeli looks for a pass to Hull. It's way over his head. So that's going to go Avella's way. 3:37 on the clock. Beth Center leads Avella 43-41.
The Eagles are always at their best when they've got the ability to make a lot of cuts, try to beat their guys, and get a lot of open lanes to the hoop. That's harder to do against the zone defense.
Fuller calls out the play, gets it immediately to the post for Ullum. Over to right on the left corner. He drives inside with a shot. It's no good. He gets his own rebound, puts it back up. Bryce Wright breaks the scoreless streak for the Eagles, and we're tied up at 43.
And just a reminder, that's Bryce Wright, the Eagles' own 1,000-point scorer, getting the feat about last week against Mapletown.
2,000-point scores in this game, and it showed with a high-scoring affair. Zeli gets it to Amos. Amos's shot goes over Ullum, and it's off the rim, rebounded by Zeli, and Zeli puts it back. Jason Zeli Jr. up to 8 points. Bryce Wright got his 1,000 points last week, the 21st, 1 week ago tonight. Jason Zeli back on January the 6th versus Chartiers Houston. Celia, a three, no good, in and out, and rebounded there by Amos. 2:30 on the clock here in the third quarter of play. Beth Center leads by 2. Amos over to Ozahanish. Ozahanish inside to Kowalski. His shot's no good. Rebounded there by Wright. Wright tries to work quickly, and it's going to be a blocking foul. So that's going to stay on the floor, and that foul is going to go on Jason Zeli. He's up to 3 fouls, and it's the second foul of the quarter for the Beth Center Bulldogs.
There's something kind of cool about Bryce's 1,000th point. He actually got an assist from his brother Gabe, which was planned out. Gabe got some playing time, and they almost tried to just feed Gabe the ball so he could get it to Bryce.
2 minutes on the clock here. Rylan Bell back in the game for the Eagles. Fuller slowing it down. Over to Bell. Celia drives to the foul line, gets it over to Fuller. Fuller moves in, gets fouled in the process. And it's going to remain Avella possession here. That foul is going to go on Braden Ozahanish.
Yeah, this slower, more
first foul of the game.
This slower, more methodical approach from the Eagles is a little different than usual. They typically like to play fast. But with that said, they're changed this up to try to attack the zone defense of the Bulldogs. I can guarantee this was a change made in practice this week to try to slow it down, get open.
Fuller misses his first free throw. He's going to miss his second as well. So it's still 45-43. Pass quickly down to Braden Hall, and it's going to be a foul on Cody Day with a blocking foul. It's going to be Day's third.
Eagles haven't even really shot too many free throws today. Fuller is second on the team in free throw percentage, but they just haven't really gotten many chances today. Not too many fouls from Beth Center and not many shooting fouls.
Braden Hall at 9 points tonight. His first free throw will be perfect, up to 10. He's already 3 for 3 from the line. Cody Day checks out of the game as Cam Ullum will return. Ullum, one of the only big men left in this game that doesn't have a foul for the Eagles. And Hull's second free throw attempt will be good as well, so he's 4 for 4 for the line. And Beth Center, to one of their largest leads of the night, they're up 4 points now, 47-43, 1.5 to play in the third. Bell over to Wright. Pass inside to Celia. His jumper's good. Nate Celia up to 10 points.
Eagles running a play designed to get the ball to the high post just for a shot like that.
As pass goes out to Hull. Right wing three is good. Braden Hull up to 14 points, and it's 50-45 now. Best Center leads by 5.
Back to that last shot, Nate Celia actually does lead the team in free throws inside the three-point line.
50 seconds on the clock now. Avella going to set up their play once again like we saw at the end of the first half. As left corner three, Nate Celia, he's got it. Nate Celia back-to-back buckets. He's up to 13. 35 seconds on the clock. Stolen there by Fuller. Braden Fuller takes it, and Avella's tied it right back up with just 30 seconds left in the quarter. And almost stolen again by the Eagles, but with 22.8, that goes out of bounds, and it'll be Best Center ball.
Momentum definitely on the Eagles' side right now.
Some quick defense for the Eagles. Jason Zeli breaks the press. Over to Korowski. Ozahanish. On that left wing, looks for an inside pass stolen by the Eagles. 7 seconds on the clock. Fuller taking it ahead. He's going to drive inside. 3 seconds on the clock. Over to right. 2 seconds. His shot is no good. And at the end of the quarter, we're at the 50-50 deadlock. Best Center led for most of the quarter. Eagles able to battle back there in the last minute and put 7 points on the board. A tough-fought game through 3 quarters of play. Nate Celia made five points in a row for the Eagles. We saw some incredible defense by both sides of the ball, really, but Eagles really, Avella playing with that energy. They love that press defense. They love letting Braden Fuller, Bryce Wright, Nate Celia do a lot of the heavy lifting before you ever even get in your own defensive zone.
Yeah, one way we've seen Beth Center kind of attacking that, they've done a lot of trying to get the ball out fast, obviously what you do against a press a lot of the time, and they'll just have their guys shoot a three as soon as they get it down on this end, which is kind of an unusual way of attacking it, but has worked out really well for them because a lot of times that ball is up in the air before any of the Eagles can even get down to get in their face because they've got all these guys trapping, and then Beth Center gets a guy to break free down there. The Eagles have done a lot better against preventing that in the second half, actually. A lot less three-pointers overall from Beth Center. That was actually a little more defense in that half, the third quarter, excuse me.
So through 3 quarters of play here in Avella, Pennsylvania, we're deadlocked 50 apiece for the Eagles and the Beth Center Bulldogs. Who will win tonight's game? 1 more quarter to play, and we're underway. Fuller, left wing side. Takes a couple dribbles over to right. Eagles methodically marching. It's a left wing three for Fuller. He's got it. Braden Fuller.
You knew he'd be making that kind of stuff on his birthday. You just had a feeling.
And he's up to 8 points now as he makes his first three-pointer of the game. 7:30 left in the quarter. Zeli drives inside, gets his own rebound, but then it gets it taken away by Rylan Bell. 7:15 on the clock. Avella leads 53-50 over Beth Center. Bryce Wright looks to drive inside. It gets tipped out of bounds by Beth Center with 7:11 on the clock. And the Eagles will have a chance to draw up their inbound play.
Actually, Fuller not even the only birthday on the team. Junior Noah Green also celebrating today.
It's a big day for birthdays. Pass out to Cam Ullum. Fuller, the birthday boy, drives inside, looks for a pass to right, gets it stolen away, but tipped out of bounds by Braden Ozahanish. So Avella's going to keep the ball with 7:03 left to go in the game. Fuller running out of time, gets the pass out to Wright. Wright defended by Ozahanish. Looks as though Beth Center has changed up the defense here as they switch to more of a man style of play. Pass goes backdoor to Wright, in and out for Wright. And there's going to be a foul. We'll see who gets it. And it's going to be a pushing foul, and that's going to go on Tyler Kowalski, his second foul, team first of the quarter.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see any press defense now that Beth Center's switching into man.
Inbound play to Celia. 6:45 on the clock. Over to Wright. Wright drives inside, back out to Celia, and they're going to reset to Braden Fuller on the Avella Eagle logo. 6:30 on the clock. Avella leads 3. Celia pulls up from the point. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded there by Zeli. Ozahanish, defended by Wright. Tries to get a step around it, gets over to Amos. Amos looks for a pass inside to Hull. Hull's shot is no good, but gets fouled in the process. That's going to go on Cam Ullum. It's going to be Cam Ullum's first foul, first of the quarter for the Eagles.
Yeah, it's actually not too bad of a break for the Eagles. Cam Ullum only has 1 foul. A lot of their other posts have a lot more, so you can kind of spare one for him, especially with 6 minutes left in the game.
Hull, 4 of 4 from the line tonight. He leads all scorers with 14 points. His next shot will be good, up to 15. Braden Hull, the 6-foot senior, came in this game averaging 13.8 points and 9 rebounds. His second shot's no good. Rebounded there, Cam Ullum, and gets it over to Nate Celia to set up the possession for the Eagles. Wright takes a couple dribbles over to Bell, top of the key. Right on the left wing side, back over to Celia. To Fuller. Looks like Beth Center rather, setting up back into the 3-2 zone. Wright fakes a shot. His second attempt will be good. Nothing but net. Bryce right up to 15.
That's the kind of stuff that gets you to 1,000 points right there.
He faked one shot, able to make the second, and a block there by Nate Celia. Jason Zeli looking for the fast break. He couldn't get it, blocked by Celia. Beth Center keeps the ball, 5:29 on the clock. Avella leads 56-51.
Yeah, it's 1,000 counting, I should say. Bryce still adding more to that total. Who knows how high he'll get.
Zeli searches for the inbound, gets it out to Amos. Parker Amos's threes off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Celia. He's got a step. He's going to drive in, and it's a travel on Celia, and it's going to go Beth Center's way.
Tough break for the Eagles. Celia is one of the fastest players on the team, so he was able to get a good break there, just couldn't finish with the travel.
Celia shaking his head, saying no chance that was a travel, but official call obviously stands, and Beth Center has their chance at it, down 5. Hull, right corner 3. Braden Hull does it again, up to 18 points.
Not as many threes made for Beth Center in the second half, but they're showing they still can do it. They still got it.
Braden Hull makes his 3rd 3 of the game. Beth Center trails by just 2. 4:45 on the clock. Braden Fuller surveys the scene over to Wright, back out to Celia. Continuing this same offense they've been running all night. Fuller over to Bell. And a deep 3 for Fuller's off the front of the rim, off the back of the rim, and out. So rebounded by Beth Center, and Zeli quickly to Hull. Hull back out to Zeli. Zeli defended by Fuller, step back 3, just left of the hoop, rebounded there by Kowalski, gets it to Zeli inside, and shot is no good, rebounded there by Nate Celia. Celia gets it quickly to Fuller, into Wright, Bryce Wright. They pick the pocket of the Bulldogs, and Wright's up to 20.
Yeah, Wright had a lead on his guy the whole way down. He was able to sneak under, almost unnoticed, really.
Eagles lead by 4 over halfway into this last quarter of play. Wright almost steals it. Gets it out to Kowalski, top of the key, drives inside, gets fouled. That one's going to go on Braden Fuller. Braden Fuller picks up his second foul, team second of the quarter. So 3:35 on the clock. Avella leads 58-54 here in a non-conference matchup in Avella, Pennsylvania. And before the shots, we're going to get a timeout, Eagles.
Foul-wise, things were looking a little worrying for the Eagles in the first half. They've toned it down in the second. They've got some players with 2. Even some like Rylan Bell and Cody Day were both starting to get up there. But they've both taking a step back in the fouls, and really it's looking pretty good for the Eagles with 3 minutes 35 seconds left.
Bryce Wright really starting to take over this game, up to 20 points for the Eagles. Nate Celia second for the Eagles with 13, but 5 of those came in about 10 seconds of each other. But Wright's really starting to turn on here as the game ends. On the best center side of things, it's really been Braden Hull's day. Up to 18 points for him, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 3 threes made in the game. Braden Ozahanish, he had 11 points in the first half, hasn't made a basket in the second, so he's a guy you might want to start getting back into this game after the success he had in the first half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a pretty typical story for the Eagles. Bryce Wright leads their team in points. Usually Fuller is second in the team, but Cilia, they're all kind of close there. That's the thing with the Eagles. They've got this core group of 3 guards, Cilia, Bryce, and Cilia, Bryce, and Fuller, and they're all so good, and they're all so different with their play styles. Like, Nate's great at taking the ball to the hoop. Bryce is an excellent shooter. Fuller has great ball handling. They're great at so many things, and that's what they're able to use their strength.
All 3 guys, now seniors, they've been playing together their whole lives, and you can tell when you watch them play on the floor. They know exactly what they want to do. As Karowski misses his first free throw attempt.
Yeah, this team has 8 different seniors on it, and we've seen about half of them out there tonight. They've got some more who play sometimes. All great players, really. Any one of them you could put out there, and you know they're going to be able to hold their own.
Karowski misses both free throws, so Eagles still lead 58-54 over the Bulldogs, under 3.5 to play. And we're going to see Avella really slow it down here as the game starts to wind.
Yeah, this is how the Eagles choose to attack the 3-2.
And it's going to be a foul there on Jason Zeli. It's going to be his 4th. So the best center, 1,000-point scorer, up to 4 fouls, second foul of the quarter for best center, starting to get into foul trouble. Zeli, he's up to 8 points tonight. Haven't had to really call his name too much. As an inbound pass goes to Cam Ullum. Beautiful pass there by Fuller to Ullum. And Avella leads by 6. Ullum's up to 11.
A lot of the Eagles inbound start the same way, so you never really know where they're going to go. Always have those 4 guys spread out.
Corner 3 for Amos. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded there by Zeli. We just said his name. He gets his own rebound. Gets an and one. Jason Zeli up to 10 with a chance for 11.
Well, as the Eagles are trying to break away from this game, that's going to bring it a whole lot closer. The Beth Center has the chance to move within 3. It's also Ryland Bell's 4th foul, something to worry about.
Zeli, his coach, Scott Bauer, quoted as saying, "Jason is probably the best all-around player I've ever coached." This is the kind of level you're getting out of Jason Zeli. He's up to 11 points tonight. That was in a beautiful article written about him when he was the Herald Standard Player of the Week a couple weeks ago. So high praise from his coach, and we've seen it on the court today. He hustles more than most players I've ever seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuller, inside pass to Bell. His shot's no good. Rebounded there by Amos. So 60-57. Best Center trails by 3. 2:12 and counting on the clock. Parker Amos gets it over to Zeli. Zeli pulls up left wing 3. It's nothing but net for Zeli, and he's up to 14 quickly.
Wow, that was some excellent shooting there. It's a pretty deep 3.
About 45 seconds ago, he was at 8 points. Now he's up to 14. So it's 60-60. We're tied up again. 1:46 on the clock. Celia to Wright. Wright surveys, starts his dribble. Fuller stands on the Avella Eagle. Back to Wright, 1:30 on the clock. Really looking for that backcourt pass to Celia. Wright pulls up, gets it to Celia in the corner. His 3 is going to be tipped and blocked by Hull, and we're going back the other way for Beth Center as Braden Ozahanish gets it over to Zeli. Zeli with 6 straight points for the Bulldogs. He drives inside, gets it out to Amos. Amos with a corner 3 off the rim, no good. Rebounded Hull and fouled by Celia, I believe. We'll see where the official call is, and that's going to go on Nate Celia.
Obviously, they took the foul, but still for the Eagles, that could have been worse. The Bulldogs had a screen set on Rylan Bell, making him unable to get out and defend the three. That guy had a pretty open three. Thankfully, he missed it.
Hall to the line. He's now 6 of 7 from the line, up to 19 points. Maybe the worst guy you want to send to the line in this moment. He's been almost automatic today, shooting from all over the court. So 6 of 7 and 7 of 8. And now a 2-point lead for the Bulldogs.
And he does not miss. And the Eagles, only a minute left. They've got to score.
1 minute on the clock here in Avella, Pennsylvania. Eagles trying to mount one more comeback in this game. Fuller left wing three off the rim, no good. 50 seconds on the clock. It's tipped. And that's going to go Best Center's way, 48.7 on the clock. And a timeout by the Eagles.
Fuller didn't just tie, he wanted the lead. And he is one of the very best three-point shooters on the team. Actually, he is the best three-point shooter, so if you want any guy shooting that shot, it's him, but it just didn't go their way.
So a full timeout with the Eagles. The 3 coaches want to talk it over with the 5. Best Center will have the opportunity to do the same. We've seen the full court press all night out of Avella. We've seen multiple steals. So this is the moment where you need to draw up your best play. You need your best players there, able to steal the ball away. You know Best Center probably going to draw up their play to Jason Zeli Jr. or Braden Ozahonish because that's what they've been doing all night. So trailing 2, what's the decision here for Avella? Are they fouling instantly? We're not in the bonus yet, so they're not going to be shooting, but you will be killing the clock. Still a couple timeouts on each side of the court, so this game is far from over.
Yeah, I mean, actually, they are pretty close to they have 4 fouls, so really it's not too far-fetched for them to get them shooting there and try to get it back. Remember, they can make 1 free throw and you'd still be in the lead, but what you don't want to do is let Beth Center make too many free throws because that's what they've been doing all night. They haven't been missing many free throws.
Out of the timeout, both teams calling their best play. A foul on the floor, and that one's going to go on Fuller. And it's going to be the bonus for the Bulldogs, and Jason Zeli is going to go to the line.
You know, not the worst break for the Eagles. I mean, if they can get this rebound here, they're going to have 48 seconds to score. They'll need a three-pointer to tie it. But there's a lot of different options they have to do here. They don't need a three-pointer.
48.5 on the clock. Best Center leads by 2. Zeli at the line. His first shot is good. Up by 3 now. Jason Zeli up to 15.
Sadly, almost any one of these Beth Center players you don't want to send to the line. They've all, especially Zeli, has been very good along with Hall.
Zeli makes his second and they go up 4. So Avella quickly down the court. Right. Drives inside over to Fuller in the corner. Pass back inside to right. He pulls up a shot and it's good. 40 seconds on the clock. 39 now as Avella will call a 30-second timeout. And they're back down in the same situation, trailing by 2.
That's exactly what the Eagles wanted to do. They wanted to score fast there, which is something that haven't been going on much tonight. They've been doing more methodical approaches to scoring, especially against that 3-2 defense. But if you're the Eagles, you just got to score fast now. Like, yeah, you got to throw some of that away and just try to break in there, get some layups, get some short shots in, and just kind of will yourself to it.
9 seconds have gone off the clock since the Eagles' last time out. I saw the coaches signaling one more timeout left for Avella after this. So once again, we're in the same situation. You're calling your best play. Last time it got stolen away by a Braden Fuller foul. Any fouls now will send Best Center to the line.
If you're the Eagles, you want some great defense here, and then you want to get the ball to probably Fuller or Wright after that.
Zeli gets the ball, 38 seconds on the clock. Stolen by the Eagles. Bryce Wright for the layup. He's got it. 30 seconds on the clock, and we got a tie game.
Couldn't draw it up any better.
Bryce Wright with the steal. Braden Hall working quickly. Foul. And it's a charge. 20 seconds on the clock, and Avella has the ball.
Well, I'm sure whatever they had drawn up in that timeout was not what played out here, but I think that's even better than what they could have imagined. The Eagles with the ball in a tie game, 20 seconds left.
Timeout, Beth Center. Bryce Wright with the steal. Bryce Wright with the layup. And a tie game, 20 seconds on the clock. Remember, Avella still has a timeout. Beth Center, I believe, has 2 timeouts. So this game can still go on for a considerable amount of time.
You know what would be a great way to end this game? Braden Fuller, buzzer beater on his birthday.
That would be a great way. 20.3 seconds on the clock, 64-64. It seems like this game has been more tied than either team have been having a lead.
Especially a large lead. Both these teams have had sizable leads, but they've gone away as soon as they've gotten them. No team has been up by more than 2 or 3 for the majority of the game.
So Avella has the ball. Both teams, once again, drawing up the play. But now Avella, we've seen their willingness to run out the clock here at the end of ball games. Pass gets to Ullum, back to Fuller. 18 seconds on the clock, 64-64. Fuller breaks the timeline, and it gets across the line. Timeout Eagles. They'll burn their last timeout. All they have is a 30, I believe.
Now, if you're the Eagles, you are drawing up your absolute best play. A play to Fuller, the birthday boy, like I said, or Wright, your 1,000-point scorer. Nate Cilia, also a very prolific scorer. Even Cameron Ullum, very, very good. Those are their 4 leading scorers. You want to get the ball to some of those guys, but they have so many playmakers. There's a million ways this play could go.
It's a full timeout for the Eagles, 13.7 on the clock. You mentioned we've seen a host of characters do it tonight for the Eagles. But you only need 1 basket. It doesn't need to be a 3. It doesn't even have to be a 2 if you draw a foul. So no matter what they draw up, this can go to any player on the court right now. But I would assume that you draw it up for one of your best, that being Bryce Wright, one of the top scorers on the team. We've mentioned his name all night, a 1,000-point scorer, 24 points tonight. Nate Cilia with 13, Cameron Ullum with 11. So do you draw up that pickpocket play where Fuller dishes it to Ullum under the basket, and that's how you get your 2 points? But remember, there's still 13 seconds on the clock. So any quick baskets from the Eagles, Beth Center has timeouts in their pocket. They'll be able to set up a play of their own if you don't waste enough time.
Yeah, so the Eagles, who knows if they want to hold on to the ball or not take any chances and just try to score.
Fuller to Wright. Back to Fuller. 12 seconds, 11. 10. Right wing side, pass to Wright, backside. 5 seconds on the clock. 4, 3, deep 3 for Fuller. Off the rim, no good, out of bounds. We're going to overtime. Camden, you almost called it.
Oh, man.
A birthday boy buzzer beater, no good. But we're going to head to overtime here, deadlocked at 64 apiece.
But you know what that means? That birthday buzzer beater could still happen. Who knows what overtime has in store for us.
And we saw the play the Eagles wanted. They were looking to pick the pocket of Beth Center, looking for Bryce Wright on the baseline. He got the ball. It was a good pass. He was just a couple steps away and didn't have a chance to really turn his hips and get a competitive shot. A good choice by him to kind of keep the ball in his pocket, look for another option.
Yeah, I do think with the position of Beth Center's players, if he would have tried to shoot that, there is a chance it could have been blocked, and that is absolute disaster, obviously. So Bryce made the right move, a smart move, and tried to let one of his teammates get the ball again and shoot. Also a shame no one could get Fuller's rebound because there was time left once it hit off the hoop, but it just went where there was nobody for the Eagles. Nobody for the Bulldogs either, really. It went into no man's land.
So after 3 quarters of play, it was 50-50. After 4 quarters of play, it's 64-64. So we can only do this for so long, folks. We're going to have a tip ball here. 4 minutes on the clock. 2 teams deadlocked at 64. And there has to be a winner. It'll be Cilia and Amos doing the jump ball once again, as they did almost over an hour ago to start this ball game. Ball is up, recovered there by the Bulldogs, and Zeli quickly takes the lead.
And now if history will repeat itself, the Eagles will be quick to try to tie it up here.
Zeli up to 18. Avella setting up their offense as they have all night long. Nate Celia takes a dribble back over to right top of the key. Tipped out of bounds by Braden Hall. It's going to stay Avella's ball, under 3.5 to play here in our overtime period. Celia, he's going to be the one to have it at the top of the key now for the Eagles. Fuller, left wing. Takes a dribble back to Celia and back to cycling. To right. Bell to left wing over to Fuller, top of the key. 3 minutes and 3 seconds on the clock. Avella searching for an answer. Top of the key, Bell. Back over to Celia. Over to right to Fuller. Fuller's going to drive inside. Tries to take it around the world. Almost gets it stolen, but he keeps it. Celia, left wing three. No good. Rebounded by Avella, and Cam Olam puts it back. We're tied back up. Almost a minute on that possession for the Eagles, and it results in 2 more points. Cam Olam up to 13. 2:30 on the clock. Zeli gets it to Kowalski. Kowalski drives inside, picks up 2, 68-66. You see these two clashing styles. Beth Center wants to do it quick. Avella not scared to slow it down. Fuller, left wing, back to right, top of the key. Right fakes a shot and passes it off. Avella really taking their time here, under 2 minutes to play. They trail by 2.
Yeah, they want to find the perfect shot.
Pass goes into Fuller, or into Olam rather, gets fouled on the shot, so Cam Olam's going to head to the line. That one's going to go on Tyler Kowalski, the senior. And in this overtime period, you really got to start worrying about the fouls. He's up to 3. Zeli is up to 4. So you got to be careful if you're both these teams. Olam's first shot, no good. He's 1 of 2 now from the line. 1:52 on the clock. (68-66). Olam's second shot. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded Kowalski. Ozahanish breaks the timeline. Gets it to the corner to Amos. Amos to Hull. Hull's left wing 3. He's got it again. Braden Hull up to 23.
Quick stop to fix the net.
So 1:37 on the clock. Avella needs 5 now as we're in overtime here in Avella.
We may see Avella try to speed this up now. They can't be so slow with it, so methodical.
Under 1.5 to play. Bryce Wright pulls up. He's got it. Bryce Wright responds instantly. He's up to 27 points.
That's the thing, when you've got as good as shooters at Avella, you can force shots and they'll still go in.
1:15 on the clock now. Avella trails by 2. Zeli looks for a pass. It's almost stolen. Hull a 3 again, and he misses. One of the few misses for Braden Hall today, and it's 71-69. 1 minute on the clock.
Eagles down 2, but in position to score.
Right. Drives inside out to Celia, over to Fuller, right corner 3. Off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Olam. Gets it back out to Celia. 48 seconds on the clock. Everybody takes a moment to breathe. 40 seconds on the clock. Wright drives inside, gets a pass off to Bell, and one! Rylan Bell drives inside. Wright finds him with a pass. We're tied up 71 apiece with 38 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, Wright almost took advantage of the Bulldogs taking a moment to breathe. He just dribbled right on in, found the open man, and that's actually 4 fouls now for Tyler Kowalski.
Bell with a chance to break the deadlock. 38 seconds on the clock. Rylan Bell's shot off the rim, no good. Rebounded, a jump ball, and it goes the way of the Eagles.
You could hear those Beth Center teammates doing everything they could to distract Bell on the free throw. He did miss, but the ball finds its way back to the Eagles.
Timeout, Beth Center. 71-71, 37 seconds left to play here in the overtime here in Avella, Pennsylvania.
Well, there's a few ways this could go. Like I said, birthday buzzer beater, or maybe we end 71-71. This could be another tie. No teams running away with it this overtime.
So, both teams, opportunity, call up their best play. We've mentioned under the basket from the baseline on this inbound play. Avella likes to draw a play up to Camel. But if the opportunity is not there, they will get it out to the perimeter to Nate Celia, Bryce Wright from the three-point range.
Yeah, it kind of depends on what play they draw up, because they have plays almost designed to kick it out all the way around, and usually they can get an open guy for like a three-pointer. Now, do they want to risk that here? I don't know, but you've got to think Beth Center will be assuming they're going to try to get into Cam Olam, so they may try something a little more creative.
Jump ball, so losing the tip-off of this overtime period saves the Eagles, gets the arrow pointing their direction, and now Avella with a chance to end the game here. 37 seconds on the clock. They've been slowing it down all game long, and they have their opportunity with the inbound setup, and Braden Fuller will be the man to throw the pass in.
Yeah, and maybe the Eagles don't even go for the score. Maybe they want to run down 30 seconds.
Fuller gets it to Ulam. Ulam gets it. 35 seconds on the clock.
Definitely a unique inbounds for the Eagles, but it did go to Ulam like many of their plays do.
Ulam's up to 15, 25 seconds on the clock. Ozahanish takes it to the right side, gets it to Zeli. Zeli on the right wing. Almost gets it stolen, drives in, floats one up. It's off and no good. Rebounded by Rylan Bell. 12 seconds and he gets fouled. 12 seconds on the clock. Avella leads by 2.
Yeah, and Rylan Bell third on this team in defensive rebounds, none bigger than that one. That completely changes the course of the game. The Eagles have control now, and it's going to be an uphill battle for the Bulldogs to make anything out of these last 12 seconds.
Officials discuss what the call is, and they're going to call, it's going to be a timeout for Avella, so we thought maybe it was a foul. Kevin Painter gets the timeout off for the Eagles, so with 12 seconds left, each team going to have a minute to talk it over. Avella's going to have the ball, leading by 2. Rylan Bell makes the big basket to tie up the game. The jump ball off the and one attempt goes the way of Avella. They pick the pocket to Cam Ulam, and Best Center is empty on their possession.
One thing I got to say about this game, this is non-section, and you would never know it from the way these teams are playing. They are out here fighting like you should in every game, but sometimes you see teams take non-section games lightly. They don't really focus. These teams are not doing that.
And it's not just the players themselves, but it's the fans in the stands as well. You would think this is the Whipple Championship with how excited everyone is, people jumping up and down after every made shot, basically. So just an absolutely incredible game. It was 50-50 after 3, 64-64 after 4, and now Avella leads by 2, coming out of a timeout with 12 seconds on the clock, and they will have the chance to get the inbound ball and run the clock out of this game.
Yeah, Avella's got some very dedicated fans. They show up no matter the game, and especially now because this team has been something special this year. They've proven themselves, and they have a chance to do it again.
Sits at 4-2 in the conference, 12-4 overall, looking to be 13-4. Fuller gets the pass to Hull, gets fouled, 10 seconds on the clock, and Celia is going to head to the free throw line here in the bonus.
You had to assume that was going to happen. One thing, if you're Beth Center, some of your players have pretty high foul totals. You know, specifically number 4, Tyler Kurowski. He can't foul again, or that's it.
Zeli and Kurowski both at 4 fouls. Luckily, Braden Hall, has 23 points for the Bulldogs, he's only at 2 now after he picked up his second. Celia's first shot off the back of the rim, no good. So 10 seconds on the clock. Celia shooting 2. We'll see after this shot. And it's going to be a timeout for Beth Center here, drawing up a play to get this rebound. Because even if Celia misses the shot, you're going to have your big men go in for the rebound. If Avella gets it again, they're going to get fouled again, and then we're going to be back in this situation again.
Yeah, now you got to think if you're Beth Center, are you drawing up a play to get an open three? Are you going for the win? If Celia makes a shot, you have to. If he doesn't, are you going to try to go for the layup, try to tie it, get more overtime, or are you going to go for the win and put the ball in your best player's hands and have him shoot?
Saw the official signal, 2 timeouts left for Beth Center. So if they get across the timeline, they'll be able to take a timeout again and set up an inbound play to look for an open basket.
Yeah, so right now for Beth Center, their main goal, honestly, is getting this rebound. If Celia makes it, that won't be a problem. If he misses it, they cannot let one of the Eagles players get the rebound, or that'll almost seal the deal.
10 seconds on the clock. One more foul shot for Celia. 73-71. Avella leads here in this non-conference, non-section matchup of the Section 1A of Class A Avella Eagles and Section 3 of AA Best Center Bulldogs. Nate Celia heads to the line.
Bulldogs making a lot of noise over by their bench.
Celia sinks it. 3-point lead Avella, 10 seconds on the clock. Zeli gets it to Hull. 5 seconds on the clock, pulls up, gets blocked by Wright. 4, 3, 2, foul again with 2 seconds on the clock, but Avella leads by 3.
I mean, it was smart of Beth Center to foul, but now if they want a chance at this, a lot needs to go right. Celia has to miss these 2 shots, and then really they got to get the ball in and probably shoot a half quarter and make it, and that's just a tie.
And Tyler Kowalski is going to foul out of this game. All 5 members of the Beth Center team have been on the floor the whole time. So now Chase Bebout will check into the game. The first player besides the starters for Beth Center to check in. And that's with 2 seconds left in the overtime period.
Yeah, not too many subs for either of these teams. Typically the Eagles rotate between like roughly 6 players. Sometimes Braden Davis will get in there too, as we saw earlier in this game. But they do that rotation. They do try to get each player a break.
So Celia heads to the line. He hit his last one to give the Eagles a 3-point lead. And this shot will put it out of reach. 75-71, Avella leads with 2 seconds, and there's nothing Beth Center can do. So the second shot, just a formality. And he hits both just for a little something special. Ball game here in Avella.
Not the most eventful 2 seconds for Bebout.
Wasn't the most eventful 2 seconds for Bebout, but it was an eventful over 4 quarters and an overtime period. We saw 36 minutes of play, and we needed all 36 to decide the best team in this contest, as Avella able to pick up the win 76-71. What a game tonight by these 2 basketball teams. For the Beth Center side, they were led by Braden Hall. He had 23 points tonight. Truly a tremendous game by Hall. Zeli, we talked about him all throughout the night, and a 1,000-point scorer. He had 18 tonight, and he really turned on when it mattered most in that 4th quarter and overtime period. Additionally, for Beth Center, it was Braden Ozahanish. He had 11 points tonight, all 11 in the first half of play. Tyler Kowalski, 8. Parker Amos with 9. Looking over on the Avella Eagles side of things, they were led by none other than Bryce Wright with 27 points tonight.
Wow.
A phenomenal game from the Eagles' 1,000-point scorer. 27 points for Bryce Wright. Nate Celia hit those clutch free throws at the end of the game. He had 15 points, had some nice defensive plays on his side as well. Braden Fuller had 8 for the Eagles. Rylan Bell with the tough layup and 1 to make it 7. Braden Davis hit 2 threes. He had 6. And Cam Ullum with that pickpocket layup had 15. So for Cam Jeffers, I'm Chase Maseko. Your final here tonight for the Eagles, it's 76-71.